address your question, all right? So on the surface level, let me address the, assuming that what you're saying is that people call you 419, should you continue? So the reason you're asking this question is because perhaps you have not attended the QSG. I'm going to throw more light there. If ignorant people, if someone calls you Abiodun Monday, I believe you're a guy, and people are calling you a woman, right? People are calling you a woman. You are a woman. Should you kill yourself? Since people are calling you a woman, therefore, should I continue living? Is it worth it for me to continue living? I guess that's where you're coming from, right? You would ask that question when you don't believe in what you carry, when you don't believe in who you are. You know you're a man and people are calling you what? You're laughing. You know you're a man and people are referring to you as a woman. You're laughing. Like there's this guy, is this Stacy? Some of you may have come across him on social media, I think Instagram and TikTok, I believe. He's a young chap, but he's prettier than most ladies that I know. But he's a guy, and he's not gay, he's straight. And then he dances a lot. Some of you know him, all right? And then people call him a girl. And he made a video, I was like, how can my voice, and he has a deep voice though. So how can my voice be sounding like, how can I be a girl and have the voice? I said, are you nuts? Are you crazy? I mean, he has the audacity because he knows he's a guy, but true, he looks prettier than most ladies. Like he is not just pretty, he is cute. Imagine when you're saying a man is cute. So that is to give you an idea of how this guy looks. But guess what? He is not in any way saying, oh, people are calling me a girl, so I will stop dancing. So I'll just go and hide my face. People are calling me a girl. So what does that mean? In translation, if people are saying that this business is 419 and you know that it's not 419, how does that concern me? I'll just be laughing at your ignorance. Period. I'll be laughing at your ignorance. So we're going to dissect that shortly. Is Monday online? I guess Monday, your network is bad. So I've addressed your concern. So we move. And if you want to learn more about it, you have to go and attend the QSG again. So people, if people are calling you 419, people have called us names. People called us names when we started. They called us 419. They called us scam, right? They called us different things. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper into that so that you have a better understanding. But let me finish with the mindset. So the mindset, first of all, must be that you must build to last. And if that is what you are hinged on, if that is your mindset, you must build to last, then you must know how to control your expenses, the money that comes from the business, put it back into this business to make it strong, stable. If you don't have an office, you have to get an office space. You have to pay for it. Where will you get the money from? From the success of this business. How will the business be successful? By you doing what you ought to do rigorously, continuously until you get success. Doing the right things in large quantities, right? So I've dealt with the mindset that you have to build to last. Please, I'm not necessarily here for those who want to build short term. The world don't value people that build short term. So I cannot change the world. Life does not value those who build short term. And if you look at it in perspective again, please let us be objective here. Some of you who are having financial challenges is because your mindset is short term. That's why you have never built to last. You've always been looking for something that you make money to survive. You've never put yourself in a position where you build to last. Building to last requires some attributes you must acquire. Number one, delayed gratification. It sounds sweet in the mouth, but then it's work. Because when others are blowing up, doing parties, you are not. It is not easy. Your friends are looking down at you, thinking that maybe you are not a normal human being, but yet the money you ought to have used to party, to do some things that will gratify you now to show that you've arrived, but then that money would have been useful for you to expand and build your business. If you use it for the business, I mean, people are going to laugh at you at the time, but then, you know, the gratification will come later. The word is pay the price now so that you play later. A lot of people are playing now and they will still pay later when they are in their 40s, in their 50s, in their 60s. They will pay heavily. They will pay. Some of them are paying and they are here. That is why you are here, 50 years old, 60 years old, because you did not pay the price. Maybe you didn't know, maybe, you know, but the point remains that you played. Playing is not that you are literally playing. Playing means that you didn't acquire the necessary knowledge when you were younger. And that will make you play because you didn't know better. If you don't know better, you play. So if you're getting it right at the age of 50 right now doing this business, perfect. But then it doesn't negate the fact that younger people must learn. You must learn that if you don't pay the price now, you must pay it later. If you're playing, excuse me, I played though, because I at some point I disconnected from knowledge acquisition. When I was 21 years old, I wasn't handling thousands of naira, talking about millions, but some people are paying the price now. There's some young folks here who are paying the price now. And at the age of 20, at the age of 21, at the age of 26, they are handling millions. Can you imagine that? Today, I should be handling billions if I did not play when I was younger. I played, but my play, you know, thank God I opened my eyes. Otherwise, I will still be I'll still be playing by now. Perhaps I'll not so far in my 50s and 60s. So what I'm saying is this: you must have a sense of building to last, not building to survive. And there's a sacrifice. Those who build to survive don't want to sacrifice anything. They don't want to know, my body's doing it somehow. No, this is not my thing. No. And the more you keep doing it, you'll be no, that's not the word. You will be distorting your energy level. So you start something, instead of you to finish it, because it poses some one challenge or another, you dump it, you go and start another one. This one is too difficult. Let me start this one. Oh, I hope this one is better. And then you hit one challenge, you stop it, you move to another one. You keep starting over and over again. If you want to stop starting from the beginning, then stop quitting. If you want to stop quitting, then have a proper mentality to build to last once and for all. All right. Now, that being said, I've prepared your mind, especially for new people, for new folks. All right. My goodness, all of you who are young, you are blessed beyond imagination. If you are young here, in your 20s, you are blessed beyond this earth. Your blessing is absolutely unquantifiable. No human being can quantify the blessing that you are swimming on if you are in your 20s. Goodness. Especially if you don't have a family, you are not married, you don't have kids. Your blessing has no limit. There's nowhere else I can express it. All right. So somebody says, yes, I saw a video before I signed in that Labona video is a scam, but when I started attending cell meetings, I know better. Even yesterday, I saw some told me we are ritualists with the my brother, my sister, there's nothing they have not said. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Some of you are even, you know, there's results now. So some of you can even buffer it. So when they're saying it's a scam and you're seeing results, you're seeing people making So now, how can this be a scam? And they have lasted this long. So you even have some bit of defense. When we started, and we hadn't made a lot of progress in terms of success, and they are bashing you that you are criminals, criminals, scammers, 419, ritualists. Okay, the ritualists came when we started having some success. But before the success, it was scam, criminals. They called police on us. Some leaders were locked up. Those were the sacrifice. How many people are willing to do this sacrifice? Do you know why we did this sacrifice? Because we were building to last. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you why we had so much confidence in this business, all right? And that is, I want to engross you in absolute knowledge. You can't bring down a man who operates who works and operates in knowledge. You can't. It is not possible. And that was what held us with all the attacks left, right, and center. It is depressing sometimes, but you just get back up because you're building to last. Now, we overcame all this and it has not stopped. Haven't you realized that when you begin to make progress, people will call you names? Remember that people said that Celine Dion was a church of Satanists. You know, once you begin to progress, once you begin to have some sort of fame, they will attribute something, you know, ignorant minds. It happens everywhere all the time. Once you're exceptional, they will now say, they want to defend their weakness. Why? The reason why they are not exceptional in their own endeavor, and they throw they throw stones at you to bring you down. No, you cannot bypass them. Me, I have been in my own business for 5 years, for 15 years. I've not made that kind of money. You're a ritualist. But they fail to understand that not all businesses will make you wealthy. So it is their ignorance on fire. When you see, have you ever seen, listen, have you ever honestly, I want you to understand the play. Have you honestly seen a highly successful person condemning another successful person? Have you seen Dangote condemning Otedola? Have you seen Otedola condemning Jimovia? They don't do that because they understand the principle to wealth. They understand it. Hard work, smart work, which is leverage. Every rich man understands this. Poor people don't understand it. That is why, let me tell you how easy it is to make $1 million. If you can sell Biro to 100,000 people, and your profit is for 1 Biro. Listen now, listen. If you sell Biro, just writing Biro to 100 people, and then your profit is just, let's say, 100,000 people, okay? And the profit you make from 1 Biro is 10 naira, okay? Not 100 naira, not 1,000 naira, just 10 naira. And you sell to 100,000 people in a month. That is 1 million every month. Rich is called leverage. Leverage is making little from a lot of people. But what most people know is contracts kind of income. You execute one big contract, you sell one property, and you make a large commission. That is what most of us know streetwise. So when you are in that kind of industry and you are waiting to do one big sale, one big contract, and the money doesn't come, and you see somebody in this business who just started 2 years ago, and he's been building his community, building his network, and he's making small, and then all of a sudden, he builds his team to 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, and he's now making 2 million, 3 million every month. That's the ritualist. I have been in this real estate thing for more than 15 years, and you are telling me in just 4 years, you are not making it, you're a ritualist, you're a scammer, you are scamming people. Do you understand where this concept is coming from? Remember what I told you. A truly successful person will never condemn another successful person. Never. You can never see a truly successful person, listen, condemn, let's say, a scammer. Yeah, they will never do that. Like, did you see Otedola coming to condemn Hush Puppy? Oh, Hush Puppy is a no, you don't see them do that. No, tell me how many truly rich tautology, rich people or billionaires that condemned Hush. Let me use Hush Puppy as a case study. Listen to me, please. You will be liberated forever today, forever in your life. You'll be liberated. You stop making errors that keep people bound in poverty. So the question is why? I mean, what Hush Puppy was involved in illegal scams. So I mean that's an area where Dangote should have come in his morality and say, please, Hush Puppy, yes, he deserves it. He needs to go to jail, of which he has gone to jail though. But why didn't all the billionaires come out to hush him up? Number one, billionaires understand one rule: focus on your focus. Write it down. Focus on your focus. All billionaires, I've done this research, all billionaires have this one rule: focus on your focus. Number one. Number two, all billionaires, all millionaires, all truly successful people understand for you to create success in any area, whether legal or illegal, it requires grit. G-R-I-T. Grit. Write it down. It requires grit. Some will say guts. Now, the one that you may understand effectively is guts. G-U-T. Let me say it again. For you to be successful in anything, whether legal or illegal, it requires guts or grit. Or you can combine the both. It requires guts, my brother. No. They can't condemn. You see, the only reason Hush Puppy was caught was not because he was not hardworking. He was hardworking. It requires some guts to do what he did. It requires some ridiculous guts. But what if he has channeled that guts into a legitimate business? He would have still gotten to the level he got to, but it would have taken me a little bit more time. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why a truly rich man will not condemn a scammer. Oh my goodness. In Ghana, there's what they call men's gold. Men's gold scammed people of their money. They were propagating gold. It was a powerful Ponzi scheme. In 4 years or so, 3 years, 4 years, the thing crashed. That guy left Ghana, entered into Dubai, is living large right now. But why don't you see billionaires condemning him? Because it requires guts to pull that thing off. So billionaires are successful people. They respect guts. They may not respect your business. They may not respect your scam. But what they see beyond it, they respect your guts because they know what brought them to where they are is the guts to attempt to be a billionaire, the guts to attempt where others are failing, the guts to speak failure in the face and say, here I come, I'm going to defeat you, failure. It is guts. They will never. Because they know that if that guy comes out of jail and that same guts he has, if he implements it in a legitimate business, he will still be successful. They will never condemn him. Think, guys. There's a way rich people think and popular. I am beginning to know it today. No, it is a very simple analysis. You do it yourself, right? But you see poor people. So now let's also bring it down to the things that poor people always say. That our business is a Ponzi scheme. Why is it that there is a scam? That why is it that only people at the top are the ones making money? Only people at the top. And when they say it, they mean that It's only the people at the top that are making big money because they know that the people on below are making some money, but they're not making the big money, right? So why is it that only the people at the top make all the money and the people below? And like David Emoniti answered, he said, yes, you're correct. Only the people at the top make the big money. And the truth is, that is correct. But David Emoniti also went ahead and said, okay, please, in all sincerity, can you show me any industry where people at the bottom make all the money? Please show me. Since you call network marketing business a scam, based on the fact that only the people at the top make all the money, no problem. So please, can you show me the non-scam businesses that people at the bottom make all the big money? Please show me. Are you seeing how ignorant, some people's ignorance is on fire? Okay, in real estate, who makes all the money? The people at the top or the people at the bottom? Oh, okay, you answered me well. All right, in oil and gas, who are the people that make all the money? The people at the top or the people at the bottom? Ah, well, your guess is as good as mine. All right, in politics, who makes all the money? People at the top or the people at the bottom? Your guess is as good as mine, huh? Okay, let's leave those ones. In IT, who makes all the money? The people at the top or the people at the bottom? No, let's go to the IT now, right? No, is it the people at the bottom? So Mark Zuckerberg is a billionaire today, right? Is he at the top or is he at the bottom? Come on now, talk to me now. So all the people at the bottom, how many of them make as much as Mark Zuckerberg? So am I making it clear that poor people are their ignorance has blinded them to the extent that it keeps them poor? It's dangerous. But it is also very important that you get out of that mindset if you want to be rich. Because if you remain there, you'll be part of those condemning rich people, and you can never become what you condemn. So let me go back to the analysis. Only the people at the top make money, make the big money. So what do you do? That is the question you should be asking, not laying aspersions that only the people at the top make all the, in all the industries. In the movie industry, only the people at the top make all the money, not the people at the bottom part. So it is a natural law. You can't break it. So what you should be asking, if you really want to be rich, is what does it take to get to the top? I must get to the top. It's as simple as that. But people don't want to work because they know work, hard work, sacrifice. You need it to get to the top. But because they are too lazy to do that, they would rather condemn and bring you down, castigate you to justify why they have remained at the bottom of life. So they will throw names, throw aspersions, say that it's a scam, say this. Of course, they are scams, but I've told you and I've warned you. Focus on your focus. It is not your duty to find out who is a scammer or not. Let the law of the land catch up with them. It has caught up with hush puppy. So if you want to go into scam, be ready for the repercussions. I don't want to have anything to do with scam. Do you know why? Because I want to build to last. If you put your hand in a scam, you make money for a while. It means that you're not thinking to last. But when it bursts, why will it burst? Because what you're doing is outside the law or the accepted modalities of the society. So the law will eventually catch up with the person, maybe in 2 years, maybe in 5 years, maybe in 10 years. But I don't want to enter into that space whereby I have suffered and suffered and suffered, and then all of a sudden, 5 years later, 10 years later, somebody comes and says, oh, you scam people and we're going to lock you up. What useless life is that? These were mistakes other people, we've watched movies of people that made these mistakes. Why should I go ahead and make the same mistake? It doesn't make any sense to me. Do you understand? So if that's the life you want, that's okay, but I will not condemn you. Don't wait to hear me condemning any scammer. I will not. I am focusing on my focus because that's how the rich behave. I want to be rich, so I have to focus on my focus, number one. Number two, if that scammer is making money, it means he has guts. Therefore, let me develop my own guts. Yes, he can scam and become a millionaire in two months. But I can also build this business and become a millionaire in 4 years. Yes. Somebody will say, but are you sure you'll be alive in 4 years? I say, well, that is the guts I'm willing to play. Because what if I'm alive in 4 years? Yes, I might die before the 4th year. But what if I'm alive in 4 years? In this business for 4 years. But this dude can become rich in 2 months. So you can justify it and say, do you know what? I prefer to be rich in 2 months because I might not be alive in 4 years. But here's the dichotomy. Which one do you prefer? You're rich in 2 months and you are locked up in 4 years. If you're alive, because both of us don't know whether we're going to live. Yeah, so you're rich in 2 months, but you survive 4 years. You're still alive. 4 years later, you're eating your money and they lock you up because they caught you. Or I'm not rich in 2 months, but I'm sacrificing, I'm building, and then I'm alive. I don't die because both of us didn't die. I mean, the rich 2 months guy didn't die after 4 years, so I'm not going to die after 4 years. But then I sacrifice for 4 years. Then after 4 years, I am as rich as the guy. But guess what? The beautiful thing is, in 4 years, I am rich, but I'm the new rich kid in the block. His own riches is now old. It is stale. Have you seen people that built mansions in the 80s? Their mansion is like, even though it has gold in it, but it is useless in terms of the architecture. So my own riches will be sweet and new in 4 years, if God keeps me alive, Abi. But at least if I'm alive, I'm going to be rich in 4 years. I'm going to be rich in 5 years. I'm going to be rich in 10 years if I'm alive. I would prefer the protocol that I'm going to be rich in 10 years following legal, legitimate business models than being rich in 2 months or 1 year following scam, illegitimate business models. Do you understand my concept? This is my philosophy. I don't know about you. So choose the one that you want. But anyone you pick has the benefits and the demerits. So choose wisely. Having said that, I have properly ingrained the proper mentality inside of you. Now, let me break this business down just a little bit so that you understand the concept of this business that we're doing. Right? So you understand it very well. So I've told you what the rich do. The rich don't condemn people because the rich understands that it takes sacrifice. So if you are rich, it means you've sacrificed. Now let me slow down and say this one time here so you have a better perspective. Guys, please listen to me. Before you are rich, you have to think like the rich. Okay? So another one I didn't say is this. I said it, but I need to elaborate on it. Right? For you to be rich, you must sacrifice. Like when I say rich, I'm using a generic word. So let me use the word wealthy, or let me use the word successful. I think that one is because when you say rich, you probably might think it's only about money. No. So let me use the word successful. So for you to be successful in anything, all right? Well, for you to be successful with money, for you to be successful with your body, like you have a very good body, you eat well, any success must come with sacrifice. Write it down. So let's not just target to money alone. Any success, for you to be successful in anything, a successful lawyer, a successful banker, a successful IT personnel, a successful entrepreneur, a successful pastor, success in anything, you must sacrifice. successful trainer, successful bodybuilder, successful anything, you must sacrifice. That is the underlining factor. In fact, it is the common denominator for every success: sacrifice. So now when you break the sacrifice, you cannot break the sacrifice into components. All right. So sacrifice, what's the sacrifice? Now the sacrifice, even though it is constant, it is the common denominator, but sacrifice can come in different forms. Sacrifice can come in time, in form of time sacrifice. When people are playing, you are working. That is sacrifice. When people are watching Netflix, going on Instagram, you are reading books. That is sacrifice. Go and check every poor person today. They are 30 years, they're 40 years, they're 50. They did not sacrifice. They felt the life is meant to be lived, so they are partying every time, but now they are broke. They didn't sacrifice. Sacrifice could come in the form of discipline. All right, so sacrifice is anything that makes you uncomfortable in order to achieve what you want. It is sacrifice. Now, here's the dichotomy. Some people, we have heard that they went to do human sacrifice. Now, this is another perspective to wealth. Why do you think they go to make human sacrifice? Why? Think about it. Because it's a common denominator. You can't bypass it, even by shortcut. You cannot. Since it is a common denominator, even the babalawos know that it is a oga. If you want to be rich, you have to sacrifice it. You just have to sacrifice, man. So since you don't want to sacrifice your time, all right, because if you put in your time and sacrifice, it will take you 5 years to become successful. It will take you 10 years. But you're saying that you don't want to wait for that 10 years. Okay. Since you don't want to do the work and you don't want to be patient for 10 years, no problem. Go and get me the head of a 2-year-old. Let us sacrifice and use the blood on your behalf. Do you understand now? Because that you went to the babalawo, the voodoo guy, does not mean they are going to bypass that. It is a principle. So since you don't want to exert your own, discipline yourself and exert your energy, be patient, delay that gratification, and build something for the next 4, 5, 10 years, and you want it now, then you still have to sacrifice, but then they go diabolical on you. They say, go and get this head, go and do this, go and do. It is still called what? Sacrifice. But I shouldn't be the one to tell you this. You need to know this. When you go diabolical with the devil, if you give him 1, he takes 50. You can't give the devil 1. Sorry about this. All right, I'm back. You can't give the devil 1. It's not possible. So you have to be very ready. I'm not going to mention names. There's a politician here who was close to my cousin. He's one-time governor of a Nigerian state. I'm not going to mention it. This guy became a governor, but then he did some sacrifices. How did I know this? Because my cousin told me, and he refused, and my cousin never got as high as, that level. But that guy had to go and do some sacrifice. But now here he is. He has three kids, and 3 kids every 5 days in a week. They have excruciating pain, headaches. This guy has access to money now. He's taken every week. He's taking the children from one hospital to another hospital to another hospital. no positive diagnosis, nothing. Every time they go to different hospitals, it comes out clean. Nothing is happening to them. But not one child, not two, not 2.5, 3 of them, headaches, consistent, small children. I don't know if the kids are still alive today, but as at the time, this was the message. And my cousin was telling me, I mean, what kind of life is that? What kind of life is that? In fact, they took the kids to Germany, did internal, but obviously some inner diabolical sacrifice has been done. And you think it will not affect you, it will. So for those who are going to say, oh, I'm going to sacrifice my mother to go and do Yahoo Yahoo, it will never end there. As you're sacrificing your mother, God forbid any of you will think in that dimension. But let me shock you. As you sacrifice your mother, you say, okay, it's only my mother will still die anyways. And it's only my mother I will sacrifice. And you sacrifice, and they do whatever they do, contour whatever they contour, and money begins to come to you, no problem. But no problem is for now. I guarantee you, with that kind of money coming to you, your mother is dead. Oh, you cry, but well, she's going to die anyways. So, mommy, I dedicate this money to you, even though you are dead. No problem. So, in your mind, you have arrived at being. Now, that's a challenge because you cannot give the devil one. He must collect more than one. So, you will want to you want to marry now because you're making a lot of money. You want to get married, and you have your wife. You must take your wife. And you're like, but that's not what we discussed. Hello. You don't enter. There's no going back. Going back means all that you have must be taken away from you. And you don't want that. That will be an empty life. So you give your wife, okay, I'll marry another one. But they will tell you, no, you just only your wife. They will never take from your wife again. Just this one. And because you love her, it pains you. Why are they taking your wife? Because you love her. They must take. That is sacrifice. You see, that thing you refuse to do by virtue of your own discipline to put in the work, the sleepless nights, you don't want to do it. The no partying and reading, you don't want to, because those ones, they are going to pain you now. Sleepless night will pain you. All this is so, because of that pain, you want to go to shortcut. But guess what? Sacrifice is still sacrifice. When you go to diabolical means, you sacrifice your mother, it pains you. You see that pain, you are running away. It will come back to you. Now your mother goes, now you have married your wife. Everybody listen to me. This is the trajectory. I've done this research personally myself. Once they take your wife, why? Because you love your wife. You cherish her, so it's going to pain you. That is a sacrifice. They take it from you. But they tell you that they will not take your wife again. Do you know why? Because they know you will marry again, but you will not marry somebody that you love. Oh, yes. So they'll tell you, no, you don't need to sacrifice wife again. This is the only time you sacrifice your wife. So you go and sacrifice your wife. Your money continues to come in, all right? Anyhow they want to do it. But then you marry another person because you want to procreate. You want to have kids. So you now have kids. You don't love the woman. She's fine, but you don't love the woman. You don't want wahala. Before they tell you, say, make you go bring your wife again. So you don't love the woman, you married her, and then you begin to have children. Woe betide you. There's a connection with your children. If you have a connection, maybe you have 3 children, you have connection with one, only one, they will take it. Why? It is called sacrifice. It is called what? Sacrifice. Woe betide you, you love the 3 children, they will allow you. No, they will allow you. Let the children come. They will be observing you. Is there anyone you love? Is there anyone you connect with? Oh, you connect with that one, we want it. Remember that sacrifice must pain you. That's sacrifice. If you love the 3 children, they will collect the 3. It will pain. They will continue to collect until you die. That is how it works. So be very careful if someone is just whispering nonsense into your ear. That's how it works. And there's no going back. The only going back is you die or you lose everything you have. But guess what? When they take everything you have, they will continue to take from before the next they will make you impotent. They will continue to take until they make your life miserable. That's number one. So if you don't want that kind of sacrifice, my brother, my sister, the one I chose is let me sacrifice the one where we say I no go watch TV, no Netflix. Then when I was building, no partying, I stopped going for parties. No hanging out, I stopped hanging out. It was paining me because those were the areas I used to, cool off, go party, hang out with my friends. I used to hang out a lot, all right? Sacrifice must pain you. And the poor people don't like pain. So they either go and stay where they are. But can I shock you? Do you know why rich people will not condemn those who go and do ritual? Because it takes guts to go and sacrifice your mother. Am I communicating? Are you seeing where you are tying things together? So instead of condemning the ritualist, what does the billionaire do? Who knows what the billionaire does? Instead of condemning the ritualist, what does he do? Tell me now, give me a feedback. What does he do? Instead of a rich, successful man condemning, what does he do? Focus on my focus. Do your own thing, man. I focus on my focus. Period. That is what I do today. You can never see me condemning people. I won't do that. I focus on my focus. When your cross comes, you carry it. My own cross has come. I'm carrying it. And I'm carrying it like money. I'm enjoying it because I paid the price. Now I'm beginning to pay another price to move to the next level. I'm paying the price. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to share my story before I leave. But let me show you, for those of you who are also a little bit confused, is this a scam and all? Let's deal with it, all right? Let's deal with it once and for all. I have to, hold on a second, guys. Please give me 1 minute, please. 1 minute. All right, I'm back. Less than 1 minute, right? I tried, yeah? Okay, so let's do this. All right, so what is the difference between this business and a Ponzi scheme or a scam? What is the difference? Now, if you've attended the QSG, you will know this, but then let me throw more light into it. So we're talking about a Ponzi scheme or a scam. So this is the business use. So that if somebody is telling you it's 419, all you'll be doing is just laughing at the person. Do you understand? Just the same way you're a man and somebody saying you're a woman. I mean, you just laugh at the person's ignorance, right? So Ponzi schemes, number one, they don't have real products or services, all right? But in our connected business or network marketing, there are several valued products. So let me throw more light here. In a Ponzi scheme, there's no product at all. In a Ponzi scheme, even if they have product, the product is a scam as well. In other words, that product does not have market value. That product can only be sold within the circle of that scam. For instance, they say they're selling one product, maybe an educational product or whatever it is, and bring two, and then you'll be making money. All right. How do you know whether that is a scam? Can you sell that product in the open market? Will people buy it in the open market? If people can buy that product in the open market without any of the members buying it, that is a value in the market. It is not, you can't associate, you can easily dissociate that system from Ponzi scheme or a scam. That's number one, but be very careful. There's an underlying factor, because it's not just having product that is sellable in the marketplace. And for that process or that organization not to be a Ponzi scheme, it has to be in such a way that money will not be paid until products move. Yeah. In this business, in a pure network marketing business or connected business, nobody gets paid until products move. Nobody. But if the business, whether they sell product or they don't sell product, people are getting paid, then it's a Ponzi scheme. So let me bring it home. Everybody here that started, whether you have your product or not, the money you paid was for products. There is a current product issue that is being solved. That means if you've not gotten your product or you've not gotten your full product, you will get all of them, even if it takes 3 months, even if it takes 6 months. You don't need to pay a kobo for you to get those products. You must. It is a must, except you don't need them. That shows you that this is a real business. Do you know why? In a real business, in our business, for instance, what you're seeing here are our products, all right? You have the toothpaste, you have the supplements, you have the beverages, you have the personal care items, all right? Now, are you aware that whether you invite anybody into this business or not, these products are being sold. People are buying them. They love the products. They are buying it without being a business partner. What does that tell you? It means that if people are buying it independently outside being a partner in the business, it means the company is making profits. That means the company will always be liquid. They can't crash because they have valuable product in the marketplace. But if it is only people inside this team that are buying the product, that means if nobody buys, no member buys the product, the company will not make money. What do you think will happen? If the company doesn't make money, the company crashes. That is a Ponzi scheme. Now, Ponzi scheme and scams are the same, but they are a little bit different. Scam is with the intent to make money off people. Ponzi scheme is a structure put in a somewhat legal business, but then it's a Ponzi scheme. Why? Because there's product, but that product moves within the circle of those who are doing the business. So outside that circle, that product doesn't have value. It's a perceived value. You have to be very careful. So any business you go into and they don't have valuable products that can be sold in the open marketplace, please be very careful. It is either a scam or a Ponzi scheme. Am I communicating? Now, why did I say that the company cannot pay anybody until products move? Because it is a real business. The company gets their money. Now, let me also let you know how in network marketing, how the company gets the money to pay everybody, all right? Now, you see these products, they have an amount attached to it if you want to sell them, all right? So let me not use AIM Global products. Let me use Coca-Cola, for instance, because you can easily understand that. Just to put your mind outside this one. Coca-Cola is sold for how much now? How much is Coca-Cola sold now? Coca-Cola, taking Coca-Cola now, 50 naira, 100 naira, depending on the CL. How much is it? Somebody help me now. Those who still take Coke. Chichi, you like taking Coke. How much is a bottle of Coke now? All right. In some places, 200 naira, 150. So let me use 150 naira, all right? Not the retail value, the distributor value, the original value. So let's say Coca-Cola is manufactured, that's bottling the liquid content, all right? They actually use 80 naira to manufacture a bottle of Coke, okay? Now, the excess, the 100 naira, 200 naira is the money padded by the retailers and the distributors. So they have to make their own profit. But 80 naira, I think before it was 60 naira. And now I think it's 80 naira to manufacture a bottle of Coke, liquid content, right? Now, as for Coca-Cola Company, everybody listen to this. This will help you. For Coca-Cola Bottling Company, that 80 naira, dollar equivalent, represents a lot. There's a lot of dimensions to this 80 naira. A percent goes towards paying salaries. A percentage of this 80 naira gets new recipes to make the thing very tasty for more research. 5 naira will go to paying salaries and overheads. A certain amount will go to profit. A certain amount will go to what? Budget. It could be 2 naira. I mean, advertising, sorry. Will go to advertising. It could be 2 naira. So out of that 80 naira, or it could be 5 naira, depending, all right? Each company has their own model. So let's use 5 naira, for instance, all right? So 5 naira goes to, 2 naira usually. The amount that goes to budget advertising is big, or 2%. So let's say 2% of it. Let's break it down. Let's use 2 naira. 2 naira goes to advertising. From that 80 naira, not from the 200 naira that's been sold in the stores. That's the retail value. I'm talking about the 80 naira they used to manufacture the bottle of Coke before they now give it to the international distributor, who will put their own 50 naira, or let's say 30 naira. All right, so that becomes 110 naira. Then it gets to the retailer who will sell in his place. So he puts his own 50 naira, is now 170 naira or 200 naira. Do you understand? But 80 naira, let's go back to the 80 naira. Now, that 80 naira, I've told you that there are certain percentages that goes to different sectors to make sure that this Coca-Cola will be manufactured and it will to continue to be manufactured. Now, let's isolate the percentage that goes to advertising. That is what network marketing companies use. Coca-Cola spend billions of naira on advertised, sorry, pardon me, billions of naira, yes, in dollar equivalent. Yeah. World Cup, which year did they have World Cup in Africa? Coca-Cola spent in 3 months on advertising alone. So where is that money coming from? Let's say that bottles of Coca-Cola in Africa is small, but let's use it for instance, just for example's sake, because they sell more than this. If they sell 200 million bottles in Africa, how much will come out of these sales for advertising? So that means, since 2 naira is for advertising, it means 400 million naira. That is 200 million times 2 naira now. That gives you 400 million naira goes into advertising. So imagine if 5 naira is their advertising percentage, or from that 80 naira, let's say 10 naira is for advertising. But I don't think it will be up to 10 naira, but let's say 10 naira or 5 naira. That's 500 million to play with. But imagine if they sold 1 billion bottles. Think, 1 billion bottles. And they're making 2 naira, and 2 naira is for, so out of that 1 billion bottles, that means they've made 2 billion, that's 2 billion naira is for advertising. They're getting it from the sales of that same bottle. That is 18, do you understand how it works? So if you have 2 billion to play with for advertising, what network marketing companies do is they save this 2 billion naira and they don't give it. They don't, because in network marketing, multi-level marketing companies, they don't advertise. Have you seen M Global on CNN or billboards? They don't advertise. They use you and I for their adverts. The middlemen are no longer there. So they use partners for adverts. So partners come build a team of consumers and then they make those sales. So as they are making those sales, these products have percentages that go to adverts. When they sell billions of units across the world in dollars. And if 2% goes to advertising, they don't touch that money. That is the money they used to pay you as compensation when you get your friends to use the products. But when they're not paying you that 1 billion, they break it down based on your performance. So you now, as a if they're going to pay me 7,000 naira for connecting 2 people, now connecting 2 people means that those 2 people have purchased products. Remember, they have purchased products. Because they purchased products, products have been sold by the company, not by you, through you. You didn't sell to them. The new people you sponsored into the business, they bought the product from the company. In other words, the company has made some sales. But the sales, even though the company sold to them because they paid into the company's account, but you connected them. So the company, out of that 1 billion, 20 billion, 15 billion dollars or naira that they have saved, they will collect 7,000 naira and pay. First of all, they collect 5,000 naira, depending on the package that they started with. They pay you 5,000 naira and say thank you for collecting them. Pay another 5,000 naira because you connected 2 people. And then from that 1 billion, they remove 7,000 naira and pay you your matching bonus. Products have been sold. So that money is embedded in the advert budget. It is from that advert budget that they pay you. But you as a businessman, you say, this money I got paid now is small. I want to access more money from that 1 billion naira they have. Maybe they say they have money. That 10 billion they have, that $50 billion they have, I must make more from it. So how do I make more from it? I need to now build a larger organization. Now, if I build a larger organization who buy the products, whether by reorder or new products, I will consistently be getting paid. So what does it tell me? I now need to sit my butt down, sacrifice my time, begin to read on how to communicate with people, show them the benefit of the business so that they can start. And if they start, I am accessing the 1 billion. You see, it is how you see things that the things will respond to you. Some of you think you are working for your upline. Error. You work with misunderstanding. You are accessing, the money is there. That's what people don't understand. The money is already there. And the company is even making more because some people are buying the products without doing the business. So the company is organization, and you now have 200,000 people, 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, you have 200,000 people in your business, and the company is paying you. Ordinary, listen to me. When you understand this, you will never lack for money in your life till you die. If your target is to build 200,000 people in your team, out of the 200,000 people, only, let's say, only 50,000 are functional. Just 50,000 are functional. And then you are making just 1,000 naira as a global ambassador, just 1,000 naira anytime they buy products in a month. All right, just 1,000 naira, just in a month. You know, they buy products and you're making just 1,000 naira. All right, as a global ambassador, you can make huge sum of money. 1,000 naira multiplied by 50,000 people. You have 200,000 people, but only 50,000 are active. They are buying, purchasing products and stuff. How much is that? That's 50 million. But 1,000 naira is nothing. What is 1,000 naira? How much can you use? Even if it's 500 naira, it's still 25 million. If it's just 500 naira you're making from each purchases in a month, and these people, you don't know them, but you build an ecosystem, a large team. And as they're purchasing, you're making 500 naira each from all their transactions by the company, not from their business. The company is not taking from their business to pay you. The company is paying you from the source. But because you've sacrificed to build a large organization, the company will continue to reward you. Do you know why? Because without you, the company will not have access to these people purchasing their products. They will continue to compensate you. And that compensation now has entered 25 million every month. Think about it. You're not losing anything. There's no risk involved. The risk is on the company, because out of this 25 million you've made, the company has made billions in profit. The company is a billion-dollar company. But before you make billions first, at least enter the millions first now, Abi. That's how it works. So that is for how the money is gotten to be paid. If you understand this, man, my brother, nobody will tell you to sacrifice. And that's what I did. I'm going to share my small story with you. Now, another level is Ponzi schemes. You can't earn more than your upline in a Ponzi scheme, in a scam. No, your upline is the idon. You can never earn more than your upline. So that actually becomes a scam. No matter how hard you try, your upline will always earn more than you. So if your upline is on a level of, he's making, let's say, 2 million every month, rise the ranks whereby you're making 2 million every month. Never. In a scam, never. It will never happen. But in a connected business, a network marketing business, a multi-level marketing business, you can earn more than the person that introduced you. And it's happening as I speak to you. I earn more. I don't earn more than my upline. My upline is Ambassador Michael Okoli, but I earn more than his upline. Does that sound ridiculous? Oh yes. I earn more than his upline's upline. Think about it for a second. In a scam, that can never happen. So if you don't structure yourself properly in this business, your downline can make more than you. So that means it's not a Ponzi. A Ponzi scheme is structured in a way that you can, yes, in every business, only people at the top make big money. If you want to make the kind of money I make, you must be willing to sacrifice. If you don't want to sacrifice what I've sacrificed in time, patience, and discipline, please go and sacrifice diabolically. No problem. You will still get to my level. The only thing that, be ready for the consequences of diabolical sacrifice. I'm not complicating, but nonetheless, whether you like it or not, you have to sacrifice. So if you want to move with the big boys, you need to sacrifice like the big boys. Okay. But a scam, no matter the sacrifice, you will never get to the top. That is, you have to have it at the back of your mind. Then the third one is, in a Ponzi scheme, there's little or no training whatsoever. You are on your own in a Ponzi scheme. But in a connected business like ours, 100% focus on training and mentorship, not 90% focus, not 10% focus, not 99%, 100% focus on training and mentorship. That is why you are still on this platform. Every single day, except Sundays, we conduct morning trainings. Can you imagine that? That shows you that you are in the right business. Ponzi schemes promises you large earnings with little or no work. So anybody that's telling you, don't do any work, but you will make big money, run. That is a Ponzi scheme. In our business, your earning is directly proportional to your input. Your earning is proportional directly to your input. So if you put in little effort, you make little money. If you put in large effort, that's where the sacrifice is. If you put in large amounts of effort, oh my goodness, your income will be large. But in the beginning, your efforts will be 100%, but your income will be maybe 10%. Your effort is 100%, but then your income 10%, 20%, very small. High effort, small reward in the beginning of our business, okay? But continue. That's where the sacrifice is, because it takes a level of guts to continue a business you're putting 100% effort and you're only making 10% reward, 5%, 10%, 5%, continue. Those are the things that I did, guts. When you continue, very soon, it's only a matter of time, your input begins to drop, but your income and reward begins to increase. Why? Leverage. That is the most amazing concept that people don't understand in this business model. Do you know why? Because the number of people coming into your network, they are increasing, and the percentage of their effort is also counting for you. Therefore, you have 100 people and you're making 10 naira, boom, more money. And at that point, your effort level might be decreasing a little bit, but your income is exploding. Are you seeing the difference? Ponzi scheme will tell you, no, don't put in any work, just bring us more money, you make big money. That's a Ponzi scheme or a scam. Another question that people ask is the industry saturated? All right, let's check it out. Let's use this time around is not story. We're going to use statistics, all right, and research. Now, in the network marketing industry, according to WFDSA, that's World Federation of Direct Sales Association, World Federation, not just the local one, not Nigerian, not African, World Federation. In Africa and Middle East alone, there are 3.3 million people doing network marketing business. As at 2021, there are 3.3 million people involved in network marketing business, not in AIM Global, but in all network marketing businesses, different companies. So totaling all participants is 3.3 million. Listen, please listen to me. But Nigeria's population is 200 million. That means the number of people doing network marketing business in the whole of Africa, including Middle East, and they are doing that, combining different companies, is 3.3 million. But in Nigeria alone, we're 200 million people. That means we've not even started. Look at Africa's population as a whole. It's 1.37 billion. That means network marketing business have not started in Africa. It has not started. For those of you who are saying, what if it saturates? It is something that have started that you begin to think of saturation. It hasn't started now. Nigeria alone, you can be multi-millionaire from network marketing. Nigeria alone, you can be a multi-millionaire from AIM Global alone. You can be. Look at the numbers. It's staring in your face. So imagine when you now spread your tentacles in Africa, 1.37 billion. How can you be poor? No. How now? Out of 1.37 billion, if your target is to get, I think in a crazy manner, but let's say you don't think as crazy as I think, and all your target in this network marketing industry is just to build a team of 500,000 people in Africa, just 500,000. And all you're making from 500,000 people is only 100 naira every month, just 100 naira. That's 50 million every month. What else are you talking about? You're made for life. 50 million, you can go into real estate, you can go into other things. If that's your target, are you seeing building to last? That you can, there's no saturation. There can't even be saturation. And let me also shock you. We're just starting. We're just starting. All right. Okay. So what if everyone starts doing the business? You know, since you're talking about there are other network marketing business, what if everybody starts doing network marketing business? What if everybody starts doing AIM Global? Well, in theory, it can happen. It will happen in theory when there are no more new births, no new babies are being born. Then that is when you can say that it can be saturated, okay? So imagine that there are 5 people in the world, for better understanding, just 5 human beings in the whole world, and 5 of them enters network marketing business. What happens is there's saturation. Over 2 million people turn 18 years every year in Nigeria. Over 2 million people turn 18 years every year in Nigeria. New babies are being born. So that 5 people can never be the amount of human beings in the world. So more people are being born. More people are turning 18 years. More people are ripe to do the business. More people are open-minded to do the business. More people will continue to enter. More people, more people, more people. So there will never be saturation. Some people will not take the business seriously. They will drop out of the business. 2 years later, poverty have hit them real hard. And they come and say, please, oh, I want to do it. They become fresh new people that will be sponsored in that 2 years' time. There will never be saturation. Do you understand that now? So with these few examples and explanations, I hope you understand that you are in the right place. So what does that mean? It means that you have to be very careful of ignorant people trying to educate you. All right, see, this training is not because I am in network marketing. These are the trainings I gathered before I started my journey in network marketing industry. I am not training you to defend, when people call La Buena Vida scam. No. I will not be in this business if this business was a scam. By God's grace, I'm a bit smart. And because I said to myself that I want to build to last, God brought together leaders who have the same mindset, who want to build to last. We did a research. If out of our research, we found out that this company would crash, we will not be here today. Because we've seen companies that have crashed. We've seen people that have spent so much, sacrificed so much, and the company crashes. We don't want to end like that because we said we're going to go all out. We want to be the people at the top. And we want to raise more people at the top to come up at the top. And we need a company that can allow people to grow and get to the top. That was how we began to research. We researched 17 companies. AIM Global came out 70% above all of them. From all the indices that we use, we chose AIM Global not by sentiment, but by what? By what principle? We chose this company not just by prayer. It is the prayer we made. We fasted for 6 days before we started this journey. 6 solid days. All the masterminds. There were 6 of us then. We prayed and we fasted for 6 days that God should direct us. As we're doing this research, we had to do the research. God will not come and do the research for us. No, sir. We did the research. There was no money. But we prayed and then did the research. We said, we want to do this once and for all. We must be part of those who are at the top. And once we get to the top, we need to be able to have a company that can enable us to bring more people to the top. Because when we have more people at the top, we can change the world. You don't have to tell anybody. This is between me and you. Now listen. There are companies that will not allow you to get to the top. But this company, oh my goodness. In fact, the more you get to the top, the more you'll be amazed at the kind of life you can live. Do you understand now? So if anybody is trying to say, understand that they are ignorant, have pity on them, not you. You need to walk in knowledge and not to be deceived by anybody. Do you understand? That's why I took my time to explain this. So as I close, this is what happened to me. And this will also help you. When I started making money in this business, I mean, it's a given. I sacrificed a lot. I sacrificed, free times. I wasn't hanging out with people. I wasn't going to, parties, weddings, none. Trust me. People started looking at me as if I am too conceited, as if I'm too, what am I feeling like? Even wedding, they show for wedding. If it's somebody who's close, I go to their weddings though, and I go to prospect. Amen. I have to be strategic. But if you're not close to me, I don't necessarily have to honor your wedding. You're not close to me because I'm building something. Now, I'm not saying you should do that, but this is what I did. I'm just being open here. All right. Maybe you love that, you love going to weddings, fine. But you know, if it's going to pain you if you don't attend weddings, that's your sacrifice. Except you're ready to sacrifice human blood. So you are better stop going to weddings. So if it's going to pain you if you don't attend weddings, that is your sacrifice. Anything that will pain you. If it's going to pain you if you don't watch Netflix, that's your sacrifice. If it's going to pain you if you don't sit your butt down and read, that's your sacrifice. My brother, please do that sacrifice. So except you want to sacrifice human blood. So I sacrificed my time, I sacrificed my discipline, I sacrificed video games. Whew, it wasn't easy, but then eventually money started coming in and I started pushing back the money into the business. Now I could remember when my mom and my wife's mom would call us and say, this money you're making, please, go and buy a property, buy a land. Yeah? You're making money now, no? But go and buy land. Go and buy, everybody's buying land. Buy land. Go and buy land. Now that was coming from a pure sense of responsibility. They were honestly interested in our proper management of our funds. Don't buy it. Then we bought a car, all right? First of all, my wife bought her Mercedes, all right? And like joke, it wasn't up to a year, I now bought my Porsche. So the thing was doing them somehow. Go and buy land. Why are you buying a car? Buy land. No. Now, stop laughing. You guys are laughing too much. They are honestly coming from a place of concern. Why are you buying a car? But you see, it is good to have your own knowledge. It is good to have your own understanding. Buying a car in this business is reinvesting in the business. Buying a house is not reinvesting in this business. I will explain. Buying a house is expanding your investment. Buying a car is reinvesting in this business. Let me explain. If you buy a house, nobody sees the house. Nobody sees the land. And you might as well have gone to another person's plot of land and say, that is my land. Now, how would that grow your business? It can't grow your business because most people, not all people, most people are moved by what they see and believe. So they need to see it and believe it. If you say you bought a land, okay, they've seen it, but then are they sure that is your land? Are they sure you didn't go to your neighbor's land and then you take a picture and say, I bought a land? That can be false. That won't affect your business in any way. Buying a car is a direct consequence of your progress in the business. They see it. They see you drive a car. They're like, oh my goodness, that means this thing is working. So the first investment you make, cars are liabilities, but in this business, it is an asset because it's going to bring more money to you. It's going to bring the relevance and authenticity to your business. So the first level, we know this. Our parents don't know this. Therefore, the first level of high level of financial involvement or investment will be to buy a car, and not just any car. We need to build this business to be able to afford the best of the cars. Now, when you buy the best of the cars, if I buy a Honda, I cannot appeal to the real estate agent who makes a lot of money and they say, okay, you bought a Honda from this business. That's not the kind of business I'm looking for. It's more money. But when they see that I drive a Porsche, oh, really? That means this is gold mine. Let me listen now. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that was an investment, but they did not understand. So what I told my mom, I said, Mama, calm down, be calming down. Now I go to primary 1, I go primary 2. You cannot be in primary 1 and you are solving problems of primary 4 and primary 5. Be calming down. After the car is then we'll now go to houses. After houses, then we'll now go to private planes and private helicopters. After the private helicopters, after the cars is the houses. After the houses is the estates. After the estates, Then we go to the private jets and the private helicopters. And after that, then we'll go to the private yachts, to cruise. So Anna Khalifa, Kalimana, you have to sacrifice to Kalia. In other words, you surpass levels. So after primary 1, you move to primary 2. Don't attempt to kill yourself with burdens of primary 3 while you are still in primary 1. Leave the houses. We will buy houses. Calm down. They say, I've said my own. I've said my own. I've said my own. Now, guess what? What if I had fallen under that pressure of buy house? No, not buy house. They were talking about buying land. So you can begin to be building small. Be building small. Small. Where is that advice coming from? From a place of concern, but not from a place of understanding. I have a better understanding. I didn't go to buy a house. In fact, they suggested I go and buy a house, a land in Jikoi, the outskirts of Abuja. Buy a land in Gwagwalada, those places you can easily get a land and you build. But you see, if you're not a person who have convinced yourself you're going to build to last, if you don't understand what I've been teaching you this morning on how you can leverage and you're making just 50 naira, 100 naira from 20,000 people, 200,000 people, right? If you don't believe in that, if you don't convince yourself in that, any suggestion from anybody will throw you off balance. Me, I'd seen it. So I'm going to build my business. I'm going to empower more people. That money will never be a problem for me. I can buy the house. I don't need to build. Poor people build houses. Rich people buy houses. Go and write it down. Rich people don't get time. They buy. Oh, I love this. They buy it. It's only those who are in real estate. They are real estate developers. They're the ones that build. Rich people don't build. They buy. Amen? Yes. Write it down. Yeah, I'm going to be buying land. Am I a real estate developer? Let the developers build. I will buy. But when you talk about buying, we're talking about hundreds of millions of naira. So let me go and buy and build. The first person I saw that built a house was my uncle. He's an architect. The house he lives in Benin, he built it himself. And when I saw the house, a very mediocre house, but then he has the fulfillment that he built his own house. But that's not the kind of life I want. Look at the house is not impressing, man. It's nothing. Yes, he built it, but then one bungalow, and I'm going to buy my house. Thank you very much. Now, summary of the story is, we passed the level of the car, more cash flow, and you have to put a timeline. I told my wife, no house. In fact, some G8 leaders started buying houses last year. But I told my wife, I'm not going to buy any house until 2023. I told her this in 2020 when I bought the Porsche. Opportunities to buy houses, to invest. I had the money. I did not put it there. I was putting it back into this business. Opening offices, building offices, letting my downlines breathe. Amen. Letting my upcoming downlines, let them breathe. Let them have a place that they're going to function from. Let them have a place. Others, no. I said others, because you have to function based on your own trajectory. Other leaders were making a little bit more money, so they could afford to begin to buy houses. But me, the little more money in my own philosophy, no. Let me push it down let my downlines have a level playing ground to come up. The suffering I suffered, let them not suffer it. So all my money was going, and then my wife saw what I was doing. She started doing the same thing. No house. Every now and then, Momsi will come. Have you guys bought the land? No, now you need to buy a land. No, I'll not take it. I'll not take it. You want to kill me? Women and their emotional blackmail. You want to kill me? You must buy land. Don't waste your money. Stop wasting your money. Stop. Say, Mommy, we're not wasting money. Calm down. So fast forward to 2023. Boom. Now I'm buying houses everywhere. Buying houses everywhere. Think about it. And the houses I'm buying in Asokoro, central area. Can you imagine that? Think. Time and chance happened to them all. Time and chance. The chance is that you must create it through sacrifice. The time will come, you will buy. You will buy and you'll be tired. Yesterday, they gave Dr. Mba just called me, said another one came out, 75 million. Sir, are you interested? I said, I'm interested. 75 million. I'm not building, just buying off. This is my year of buying houses. So what was I doing? Before 2023, I'm building so that the more money will come in, I have a time to invest in my downlines. Then there's a level I will get to 2023. So there's an amount I must have made to begin to buy houses. Now I'm buying houses. Guess when I started? 2016. Was I thinking of buying a house? No. I was thinking of building a team first. I was thinking of, so I focused. Some of you will say, hey, this is good though. You make your first million and you want to go and buy a house. No, be coming down level by level. Some of you make your first 10 million. You want to go and buy a house. No. Because the house you're going to buy will be in Jikoi. And if you buy there, people will go and encroach in your land. They say it is their own land. You'll be having problems there. And you say you are in La Buena Vida, you'll be frustrated. The next thing, they will revoke that land. You lose the money. Calm down. Give yourself 6 years. You will buy land in Asokoro if you want to buy land. But me, I don't want to buy. I buy the property plus the land, everything put together. We carry money, go to Dubai. We are spending money on downlines in Dubai. Carry money, go to Ghana, opening offices. Carry money, go to Sierra Leone, spending money, opening offices. Yeah? So understand the trajectory and believe that you will get to the top, because it is sweeter at the top. I will not lie to you. But for you to get to the top, you must sacrifice. Somebody says sacrifice. Write sacrifice there. All the testimonies I'm giving you was born out of sacrifice. And sacrifice is painful, my brothers, my sisters. It is painful, but then, it is sweet. After the sacrifice, the reward is sweeter than the sacrifice. If you doubt me, go and ask a pregnant woman. The reward of giving birth is greater than the sacrifice, the pain of pushing that baby out once the baby comes out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. God bless you. For those of you who want to attend the event in Lagos, the Refresh event that will be anchored by Ambassador Michael Okoli, and if you're in Lagos and you're a full-timer or you are a serious part-timer, this event is not for partners. It is for EAPs who are serious and active partners who are serious. Go and meet your elite vision leader if you're in Lagos, if you want to partner, and make your payment. The gate fee is 2 million naira. Sorry, my mouth is entering millions. The gate fee is 2,000 naira. And make your payment. The last day of payment is 12th of July, 12th. After 12th, no payment will be received, because your tickets will be made available on the 13th, and you can pick it up at the entrance. God bless all of you. Go and recalibrate. All active partners, recalibrate. What happened in your events yesterday? Did you have a high-level success? Was it a low-level success? Have a meeting by 10:30 a.m. this morning, and then find out what went wrong. Am I communicating? That will help you to fix where you need to fix, and then bounce back this week and make it better for this week. God bless you guys. See you at the top.
Wow. Thank you. Everybody, let's go back to the comment section and appreciate